Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how I took this Metahuman that I created for Unreal Engine 5.5 and migrated and imported them to 5.6. Now, along the way, I ended up making this custom helmet, and I'll show you how I added that to my Metahuman as well. A little side note here. I am a generalist when it comes to animation and video games. Now, I usually create characters and creatures just like this one here, and typically I handle it all in Unreal Engine. So let me go ahead and show you how I created this Berserker style Wolverine. First thing I did is open up Unreal Engine 5.6 project that I want to add this Metahuman to. Under plugins, I just need to make sure that the Metahuman Creator plugin is activated. Just typing Metahuman in the search bar and toggle it and restart Unreal Engine. Now, since my Metahuman is created for Unreal Engine 5.4, I have to upgrade him to 5.5 and then migrate and import to 5.6. Right-clicking in the content browser, I can open up a menu and click on Add Quixel Content. This opens up the Quixel bridge. In the menu on the left side, I can select Metahumans. But of course, I have to get my Metahumans. To get my Metahumans, I need to sign in first. I find the user icon in the top right corner and click on it and sign in. Now, I see my Metahuman. Now, I could go through Quixel to get to the Metahuman creator by clicking on my Metahuman and then finding that MHC button. But since I already have my Internet Explorer up, I'll just go online that way to Metahuman Creator Online. In MHC, I make sure I have version 5.5 selected in the drop-down menu. Then I launch it and select my Metahuman that needs to be upgraded and click on Upgrade button at the bottom. Then click Yes on the next window, and that's it. My Metahuman is now available in the Quixel bridge and ready for 5.5. Now, of course, I want him ready for 5.6, so there are a few more steps. Now back in Quixel Bridge, I navigate to my upgraded Metahuman and select him. I choose the Cinematic Complete setting, then click the download button. This takes some time to download. Once it's done, I click on the Add button. Now I get a window titled Migration Action. I'm going for Import and Migrate. This will bring the full Metahuman into the engine, and I'll be able to edit him there. Back in the project, I have the Metahuman. Double-clicking on the Metahuman character icon that shows up in the browser will open up the Metahuman Creator window in Unreal Engine 5.6. Now in Metahuman window, there are menus to the left and right of the preview window. The current preview is in topology. This puts the Metahuman in different colors separated by body components and rig joint areas. I'm going to change the rendering quality first to medium so my computer doesn't explode here, and switch topology to clay view for now. Usually I use clay preview because I am not distracted by the conditions of the skin preview. This makes it easier for editing bigger details and overall body composition. So on the left-hand side here, we have the hair and clothing menu. I'll go ahead and click on it. Scrolling down until I get to outfit clothing area, I'll have to look for the default outfit that I think will work better than the current outfit. Easy enough, just double click on those clothes and they load on the Metahuman. Now I'm clicking on the body tab on the left side. So that I can edit this Metahuman, I will need to click on the Perform Parametric Fit. This updates the body and the head so I can use the sculpting and transforming features in Unreal Engine 5.6. I like to go ahead and start with blending body assets that are available in the library already by default. This was not something possible in the original Metahuman creator. You used to just have a few body types to choose from. For my character, I will select 3 athletic male bodies with a more bulky look to them. Okay, I use the manipulation circles, which have access to the 3 bodies that I chose, and I blend them to where I need them. Just click on the circle here and move it towards one of the 3 body shapes, and it'll show up in the preview body in the middle. that, I have them where I want them, and I'll move on to the head. I don't want to blend my character's current look of his face, so we'll just adjust the scale of the head right here. So now I want to work on his materials. I like the face, but the neck, it doesn't look good at all. So these things are controlled in the Material tab by using the Face Texture Index. You can think of the Face Texture Index as a normal and bump map. I want to find a younger and stronger neck appearance, but I still want to hold on to these creases and wrinkles that I have established in the face. Once again, I am using the clay preview for this so I don't get distracted by skin textures. Now, there are a lot of great tools in Unreal Engine 5.6. For this character, I have them pretty much where I want them, and now I just want to rig them and get them assembled. On the left, I click the Assembly tab. Now, I see a warning that the character is not rigged, so up at the top, I have options to create a full rig or just the joints. I'll create joints only for now and give him time to build. Using joints only omits at least most of the blend shapes, which I don't need them right now. Then below the preview window, I can click play and check out what the rig idle animation looks like. Last step here is to go ahead and download the texture sources for the blueprint character. I'm going with 4K, but you can definitely choose any map you want. Now I can go back to the Assembly tab and click Assemble. This will update the blueprint model. Now, for the sake of speed, I'm going to go ahead and add Wolverine-style helmet to this character not using the Metahuman Creator tool, and I'll directly assemble this all together in the blueprint of the character. So, select my character, open up the blueprint. In the blueprint window, I will need to add his helmet to his face. So I select his face and go to the Component menu. Then I go to the Detail menu, and I scroll down to the Skeletal Mesh Preview thumb and double-click it. Now, the Mesh Preview window opens up, and the preview of the hairless face mesh is there. Now, I am going to go ahead and attach the helmet to his head by adding a socket to his head bone. So in the skeleton tree, I search for head. I right-click and select and add socket from the menu. Double-click on the socket, and I rename it to something relevant. Now I'm saving this, and I'm going back into the main menu. I will be dragging my Wolverine helmet FBX file in as a static mesh. The import settings are all left at default. And here's the helmet. I named it SM_Cal, and it has UVs, textures, and 3 materials. I created the helmet using ZBrush, Maya, Substance Painter, and Photoshop prior to making this video. Now I head back to the face mesh in the Mesh Previewer window. I find my socket I created in the skeleton tree, and I go ahead and right-click on it and select Add Preview Mesh, Preview Asset. Then I search for the name of my asset and click on it. Now in the preview window, the helmet's way the hell over here, I know. Easy to fix though. So Unreal Engine has modeling mode. I go back to the main screen and drop the helmet in the preview window. I change to modeling mode in the top menu. First, I want to center this pivot. So I go to X-Form in the side menu and choose the Edit Pivot button. I use box position and choose center. It doesn't need to be perfect at this step. I also go into the detail tabs for the helmet and adjust the scale a bit so that it's a little larger. Once again, no need for perfection. Now I'll bake that and click accept. And I'm going to go ahead and head back into the mesh preview window. Now the helmet looks like it's growing out the side of his head. I'll do all the fine tuning and transforming on the actual socket. So selecting the socket, and I use rotate, translate, and scale until it looks correct. So I'm hitting back to the blueprint. I will need to click on the add in the component menu, and my helmet shows up in the menu when I type in static mesh. So I just click on it. Now I need to sit it on the socket I created. In the detail panel of my helmet, I go to sockets, parent socket, and look for the actual socket name that I just created. Then I click on it. Now the helmet is where it needs to be, but of course there is an issue, the hair. The hair needs to be hidden or removed. In the detail panel for the hair, I just click on the refresh arrow and it removes the hair. I don't remove it completely from the model in case I need it later. Now, here he is in the preview window with an untextured helmet, and here it is with all the textures added on. I also added the dark, obscuring makeup around his eyes. I use a quick trick to give him berserker eyes as well. I use what is called the sclera texture maps for the actual iris. So back to the blueprint. Choose his face, scroll to the eyes in the detail panel, open up the eye materials, and copy and paste the sclera materials directly over the iris for both eyes. And there you are. Serious set of easy berserker style eyes. And there you have it. Hopefully this video helped. Any comments and questions, please leave them in the comments section of this video. And like and subscribe, bub.